Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Brick shots with Billy Antonio. Fit them old bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks.
Yo, it was good. As you can see off rip, it's just me tonight. My dog got up here and had to go do work shit. So it'll be me for the next few months and special guests like I told y'all. But life goes on and people got stuff to do. So I'm out here by myself thugging it for the night. So with that being said, we're gonna talk college football, of course. We're gonna talk about the mighty Arch and his bounce back. We're gonna talk about Colorado, the quarterback troubles. We're gonna talk about the NFL. It was week 1. We're gonna talk Dallas, Philly, Ravens, Bills, Lions, Packers, Cam Ward's debut, Travis Hunter's debut. We're gonna talk about that, man. First, we're gonna go to college though, and I seen the most interesting thing. Shout out to them boys in the game, the group chat, sending this. It was something I was interested in, so I'm gonna play this video and see if I can get some takes on it.
Sports. Let's get it done. 1-16 SEC versus Big Ten Challenge, week 1. Make it a thing every year. You can play games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. Set up number 1 against number 1, number 2 against number 2, alternate the matchups. 8 on Big Ten campuses, 8 on SEC campuses. Play for a conference championship trophy to start the season. Which is the best conference? Do it.
So I've been saying this for some years now because I feel like Big Ten great conference, right? But the Big Ten, they don't play each other to the end of the year. They don't play people outside of their conference that often. Ohio State did it this year and they won. Game looked sloppy. But in the recent years, the SEC always plays somebody in the beginning, big teams. We're gonna see Alabama, Florida State this year, just as recent, but we see LSU, Clemson, Notre Dame, stuff like that. They playing people outside the conference. I don't think I ever seen a Big Ten in recent years until this year open up with nobody major, like nobody. I get it. Everybody like, well, they just won the Natty, and yeah, they did. But in the SEC, every week is like a playoff game. You might have some off weeks when you play like, I don't know, Vandy, maybe, Missouri, maybe. Like you'll have an off week. But we seen Vandy even come up and beat Alabama last year, even though I think the board not the coach for them. So that might have been the reason why. But I don't think it would be the same if the Big Ten played somebody, because you gotta go and look at the strongest teams in that conference. You got Ohio State, you got Oregon. Michigan don't look good. They just lost to Oklahoma. Who else? Penn State? Penn State ain't beat a big team in that conference in 10 plus years. It ain't been 10 plus. It's been like 8, but still. I don't think that it's the same, bro. Like you'll see the heavy hitters. You'll see Alabama go up against Ole Miss, Bama, Georgia, LSU, Georgia, Texas, Georgia, Texas, Alabama. You'll see that in the air. Like Oklahoma just beat Michigan. That's an SEC team now. I don't think they do it the same way we do because like I said, man, you go over there and the best team is Ohio State by far. Oregon right behind, Penn State. But then they got Illinois. I ain't worried about Illinois in the SEC. Indiana, I ain't worried about them. Maryland, I'm not worried about them. Michigan State ain't been a threat for years. Minnesota, Purdue, Rutgers, Wisconsin, sorry as fuck. Shout out to Baby. Wisconsin, ass. Iowa, shout out to Billy Brett. But they not good. Like, I ain't worried about Iowa coming in to Vaught Hemingway and upsetting some shit. Like, you're not worried about that. Like I said, Michigan was one of them powerhouses, but they not no more. Northwestern, UCLA, tell me which one of them teams is at best. South Carolina, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. And I'm not even naming the top tier teams, but I don't think that those people will come into the SEC and make some noise. But I do think that we should line it up. We should line up Ohio State versus, give me Georgia. I don't believe in Arch. Give me Georgia, Ohio State, first week of the season. Like, let me see that. Let me see Oregon, LSU, first week. Penn State, Ole Miss. Let me see that shit. Like, prove it. They better because their conference not that weak on the other side, or because they don't have to play good people every week. Somebody let me know. But getting off of that, getting into the first thing. So we seen Arch have a terrible game. Speaking of Big Ten versus SEC, we seen Arch have a terrible game last week against fucking Ohio State. Looked terrible. Like, he looked really bad. So I seen him. He had 4 touchdowns, 5 minutes in this game, and he ain't do nothing. But I think the Arch hype gotta die until he go back and face another team. His next 3 games was gonna be like Houston, UTEP, and Murray State or Montana State or something. And then he played Georgia. What are you gonna do against Georgia? Is we gonna see a better bounce back? Like, this was the projected Heisman favorite, the projected number 1 overall. Got Shador getting passed up out there in Cleveland because Arch's gonna come in. They got another number 1 pick. They was gonna pick Arch, and he was gonna be the savior. I don't think so. I don't think so. That's just me though. That's just me though. I could be wrong. I could just be hating, but I'm not. I don't. I don't see it. He stalled against a terrible team, and he might just be an average quarterback. Bro. Like, I ain't saying he sucked, but when the lights is on, it get hot. I'm hot right now, and I just got a ring light camera on. When them stadium lights on you, and you got 110,000 fans right there looking at you, and you got to come compete and perform and be what they hyped you up to be, that's a lot of pressure, right? That's a lot of pressure on your back. So I don't know. I think and I hope that this Arch hype die down until he play Georgia. He do well against Georgia, but like really well, like first round quarterback will, Heisman winner will, or Heisman hopeful will. Then yeah, I shut up. I'll revisit this and bring it back. But to then, I don't give a damn about Arch. He should have went to Ole Miss. Going from quarterbacks, we just seen Coach Prime do some super experimental shit. Got the dub, like, but Caden came in, scored first drive. Then he brought in Julian Lewis. He looked like a freshman. I don't know why everybody was expecting him to be a savior. I get it, right? Like, 5-star, cool, but he a freshman, dog. Lights got hot again. He came in and he looked freshman-y. But then you got Ryan Staub coming in, and he was he was damn near lights out there changing plays. I still think Pat Shermer's offense is finicky. It was finicky in the league. We ain't gonna act like it wasn't finicky in the league. He ain't in the league no more for a reason. I don't know if it's people out there just knocking down Pat Shermer's door like, hey, come back to the NFL. Don't stay in Colorado and be an offensive coordinator. Come back to the league. Nah, he out the league for a reason. And no disrespect to him. I mean, it's just the play calling is kind of ass. I ain't gonna lie. Dang, my fault, man. Hey, man. His play calling, it ain't good. But Ryan Staub played himself into QB1. Coach Brown said, well, he ain't said directly, but I'm pretty sure on one of the well-off videos, shout out to well-off, that Ryan Staub was getting he was getting looks with the number one team. So you ain't week 3, you not practicing with the number one team. You ain't gonna be the number one guy. So we probably gonna see him start. But what kind of controversy does that build there? Like, or are they just cool with it? Caden Salter came there, 5th year senior. He came there to get to the league. So how did he take it? Julian Lewis, he had a whole picture with Shador last year, handing him the keys to the castle, but he ain't ready for it. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how they handle that down there in Colorado. Let's see what else happened in college. Ole Miss won. They scared me, made me nervous and all that stuff. But we might need a new quarterback too, man. I don't know how I feel about that dude for sure. We still run the ball really well, play defense really well, but Austin Simmons kind of be finicky with the ball. He had 3 picks in the first game, and that was an easy dub, and he ain't do it nothing. And then this game, he throwing interceptions. I don't even know if he had a touchdown. I was looking. I don't think he had no touchdown. So that's what I was taking from college. But I didn't want to talk too much about college. But I had like a whole segment set up just in case Billy was here, but he ain't. So I'm gonna go to what everybody was waiting on, the NFL. The NFL started with an amazing game from before the game really started to the end with Dallas and Philly. First of all, I'm gonna just say free Jalen Carter and fuck that $56,000 fine he had to pay. Don't nobody like Dak no way, bro. If he spit on the ground, I'm gonna take it like he's spitting at me too. So yeah. I don't know. You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? You gotta say something because you said that. So you gotta let me know you can hear me. Wait, you in the country. Your Wi-Fi probably not good. I'm gonna keep going. I think my mom off some pain pills or something. She talking about my audio. But getting into the game, I think Jalen Carter not being there helped the Cowboys run the ball really, really well. Show how much of a factor he gonna be for the rest of the season. You gotta control yourself with stuff like that. But if I get spit at, he should have just punted that. It would have been way more satisfying. Fine, I think. That's just me though. Saquon looked like Saquon. I don't know where AJ Brown was at. I think they had showed him, like, when he first showed up to Philly, he was in the Honda, and then he pulled out the Rolls Royce. I think he never got out the Rolls Royce. Still one of my favorite wide receivers in the league, but I think he had like one catch, and that was it. He got to get back to reading them. He got to get back to reading them books on the sideline or something, man. And a lot of Jalen Hurts haters, Jalen showed you why he a top 10 quarterback in the league. I don't care about the stats, bro. Get me the W. And that's what he went out there and did. Phillies defense that Jerry, or not Phillies, but the Cowboys defense that Jerry said was going to stop the run, that was a lie. Jalen had his way, free touchdowns all day. That's what they was giving up. It was crazy. I don't know what Jerry was talking about. I don't know who the better person that they were gonna have that was better than Micah, but he didn't show up that Thursday, and it's kind of crazy. I think the Cowboys win 6 games this year. I could be wrong. They might win 7 again, but they're not good. Dak still ass. CD scared of George Pickens, I think. I think George threatened him and told him, hey, you better not look better than me out here. The first game, I'm going to fuck you up. Because game on the line, CD got the ball in his hands, $50 million a year. Fuck it, I'm going to drop the ball. That's what he did. I don't know. Cowboys just being the Cowboys, I think. It'll be interesting and hilarious to laugh at them all year. I can't wait for that. We moving to Sunday. Cam Ward's receiving core is trash. I don't know what they was doing. They look fucking terrible out there. Shout out to Shooter, but their receivers are ass. It's gonna be a long season for Cam. God damn, they suck. Offensive line, terrible. Wide receivers, terrible. Shit. Running back, terrible, because he ain't got no offensive line. Cam gonna be in hell for a year, I think, until next offseason, and I feel bad for him. But that's expected for the number 1 pick most of the times. But Tennessee's ass. They're gonna be ass for a long time. Carolina, somebody said Bryce Young, trusted Bryce Young. They went out and got more receivers. They still ass. Fuck, they bad. The Packers beat the dog shit out of the Lions. It was bad. And guess who was projected as being hurt? And, back to Jerry saying, we going to do well without him. And he just got going out there, getting sacks and shit, just being Michael Parsons. Yeah, they're going to look great this year because of him. The Lions, I don't know what the fuck that was, but the drop-off is crazy. Maybe they'll pick it back up, but damn, they got the shit beat out of them. I don't know. Like I said, I know a lot of Cowboys fans. I love them too. I know a lot, but the amount of therapy that I would have to pay for to be a Cowboys fan would be crazy. I gave up my best defender just to get ran on for the dub. My best defender wasn't supposed to be healthy, and now he getting sacks in Green Bay, who, by the way, is a team I'm going to have to go through if I want to get into the playoffs. Yeah, I would be sick. Like, for real sick. I would burn all my shit. And I don't know. Petition to get Jerry out of there. Tell his kids to say he got, I don't know. What? I don't know. I don't know what you can do with Jerry. He just beat stage 4 cancer. You can't beat him. It's like, I don't know. It's gonna be a long year for the Cowboys. It's just funny because I know like some very faithful Cowboy fans. I know Chris was in the comments making excuses of why this team was better without Micah, and then y'all lost. So that's crazy to me. I don't think we're gonna have a clear-cut rookie of the year this year because quarterback play didn't look too good because we got the Monday, and I guess since JJ got hurt, he would still be able to win that award. But JJ McCarthy looked like ass. They got the win, but JJ McCarthy looked like ass as a quarterback. He could run the ball, but as a quarterback, he's still the same JJ that was handing the ball off in Michigan and won a natty. I don't know what they're gonna do for the rest of the year down there. Justin Jefferson, it's gonna be a long, quiet year for him. I can see that already. I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to get him the ball. Chicago, Caleb Williams, y'all, I don't know. I don't know what color he painted his nails this week, but it wasn't winning colors. So it's going to be a long year for them too. Travis Hunter made his debut in Jacksonville, and he already the anchor of the offense. That's insane to me. But Trevor Lawrence is terrible. Like, terrible. Wide open Travis Hunter. No, I'm going to just throw an interception. That's so bad. Jacksonville's going to have a long year. It's like a lot of wasted talent that I hate to see being on these teams. Like, I knew these people was going to go high, but it's like, damn, I know if you had an inkling of a quarterback, you would be great. Travis did debut on defense as well. People say we're going to be able to do it. Well, he did it. So now what? Cleveland lost. Everybody know I was happy about that because Joe Flacco old as fuck. Dylan Gabriel sucked. And Shador in the news for having his hat on backwards. I don't know. Dion must have knocked down a lot of these NFL owners' sisters or wives or somebody on that team. He had to knock them down back in the day because, bruh, them ain't over there consoling the kicker. And they was like, oh, he's just showing the wrong message. One commentator said he knew when the camera was going to point to that kicker. Nigga, who the fuck pay attention to the kicker on the sideline, bro? Like, Shador got his phone in his pocket talking to the camera crew like, yeah, I'm going to go over there. This shit is getting out of hand, bro. The hate that they have for this dude is crazy. That's crazy. You would think he murdered somebody or something. But nah, he was just on the sideline with his hat backwards, eating sunflower seeds with some shades on. Bruh, they pulled up 15 quarterbacks that's done did it. The GOAT was one of them. Tom Brady, his mentor, one of them. Ben Roethlisberger, one of them. His own quarterback that was on the sideline talking about how to do dances during the game, one of them. But the third string quarterback who's getting all the attention for the wrong reason, not because he could play really well at quarterback, just because he's Shador Sanders was on the sideline with his shades on, and he a distraction to the team. That shit is sickening. Like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, bro. I really want. They came out. They said what it was about the interviews. Shador went in the interview like he was his daddy's son, and they ain't like that. I don't understand how you thought the son of the coolest nigga to ever play football wasn't gonna be a cool nigga, bro. Like, I don't understand that. And I can say that word now because Billy ain't here. So yeah, I can say nigga. I don't understand how you ain't think prime time was gonna birth the same shit. That don't make sense. That's like saying my kids wasn't gonna look like me. They do. They act like because I birthed. right? So I don't understand. That's what came out. It wasn't because he was arrogant. It was just because bro had that shit on. He went in there confident, and owners was like, hell no. But the question that gets me about that is, why the fuck you treat him like a first rounder to draft him in the 5th round? Michael Irvin said that whole process during the draft and everything, Coach Brown had cancer. He just didn't tell nobody because he just wanted to see his son, the should have been first rounder, drafted. So that's why they threw that big ass draft party and all that stuff, because he was sure, which he should have been, that he was gonna go. So not only he fighting cancer, he fighting back from talking crazy to y'all about playing his son and all of that. Just to see his son get drafted in the 5th round, it'd be the happiest day of his life. The NFL should be ashamed of themselves. The commissioner should be fired. It's a lot of collusion going on. And it's a lot of teams that showed you this week that, man, I could have used that guy. Like Miami. They look like ass. All that fucking talent, and Tua one lick away from being in a nursing home or hooked up to machines or something, because he concussed. He got CTE active. He's like, bruh, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. He is one hit away from being Lee Corso at this age. And that's probably fucked up, but it's the truth. Bruh can't function. Tyreek Hill making babies, so he don't care about football no more for real. The NFL, it was a subpar week in the NFL for real. I hate to talk about him while he ain't here. The best game we seen was the Ravens and the Bills outside of that Dallas-Philly game. I gotta start by saying, bruh, y'all gotta start with the Lamar Jackson hate. Bruh played an amazing game. Derrick Henry fumbled, and the game got blamed on Lamar. Yeah, Josh Allen just outplayed him. Like that's what came out. Nah, bruh. Lamar, he was just out there doing what he wanted. It was one play where any other quarterback, they sacked for 16 yards. He run backwards 8 yards and then gained 14 for a first down. Ain't nobody just out here doing that. Average QBs ain't out here doing that. Lamar was. And Derrick Henry, even though he fumbled, where was that? He was closing in on 200 yards rushing. I think the problem is, and I've been telling Billy this for years. Well, first of all, Alexander, ass. Secondary, still ass for the Ravens. Like, terrible. They were how you up that big and you just like knowing they got to throw the ball and you ain't stopping shit. Y'all don't switch defense up or nothing. And then Jim Harbaugh, they just came out and said, like, you the coach that's done lost the most 20-point leads since sometime, but you got the most. That's terrible, dog. And you got the best quarterback in the game right now. I don't give a fuck about Josh Allen being a DEI MVP recipient. You put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hand. That's the best player on the field. But no, you do what everybody knew you was gonna do, but you shouldn't have did. Everybody know you got one of the best running backs in the country. So what they do? They stack the box, dog. Who the fuck don't see that? Y'all can't see that? We saw it. They stacked the box. Now there's a free linebacker coming through, and he knocked the ball out of Derrick Henry's hand. Shit, Derrick Henry was getting hit as soon as Lamar handed the ball up. So it's his fault because he's supposed to wrap it up, but goddamn, if I send an all-out blitz, what the fuck you thought I was going to do? Like, shit, I can't even follow because they wrapped up already. So I think Jim Harbaugh needs to be fired. Jim or John, it's one of them Harbaugh. He need to be fired. Because he been stunting Lamar's growth for years now. We seen it. Playoffs. You get to the playoffs, you want Lamar Jackson to throw the ball. Y'all lead the league in rushing. Last 3 years, the Ravens lead the league in rushing. Get to the playoffs, we gonna pass the ball. I ain't the smartest person in the world, but if I've been doing something all year that the league couldn't stop, well, I'm gonna pull out that Uno reverse card and do shit I ain't really good at. And it ain't because Lamar Jackson can't pass the ball. He already proved that when he won MVP because he had the most touchdowns that year. It's because y'all can't fucking catch. Zay Flowers was like a top 15 wide receiver last year. He was also in the top 10 for drops. Mark Andrews saw it in the playoffs. He dropped the ball a lot. Their best receiver was Isaiah Likely, the second screen tight end last year. But I got Derrick Henry who could rush for 178 yards in a playoff game because playing the Bills is like playing the playoff games because y'all know y'all going to meet again in the playoffs. It happens. It's either them or the Chiefs, but y'all going to see each other. How about we just use that recipe because aside from the fumble, I just showed you I can go out and get you 200 yards against these motherfuckers. They can't tackle me when they not stacking the box, sending everybody. How about we do that? Nope, every year. I want you to be a passing quarterback, Lamar. And like I said, he can, but no, just let Lamar be Lamar. Whatever you want to do is what he should be on the sideline saying. Go out there and be Yak Cousin and just score. Play free. That's what I would tell Lamar Jackson every game. Play free. I know you're really good, and our defense is really, really ass in the secondary. Like, really ass. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how y'all don't go and get somebody. Like, nobody to be really good in that secondary. Nope. Y'all won't go get no receivers. Y'all don't go get no number one receivers. Y'all can't go get at least a number 2 cornerback? Nah. I don't know. I don't know if Lamar can win a Super Bowl in Baltimore. And it ain't because of him or the talent around him, because he could carry the talent. It's his hating ass coach. At this point, you hating because the decisions that you making and ain't making don't make sense to me. And I know I ain't the only one. I know I'm not the only one. This shit is really, really hard without having Cam saying some dumb shit or Billy trying to be nice or something. And then the only person in the comments is my mama. And she don't know what I'm talking about. She's just a good mama and she's supportive. I appreciate you. Billy told me this shit was hard. I feel like I'm just talking shit about everybody. But I can fight, so it's okay. We could go on to the lineup for this week, though, for the NFL. So tomorrow, it should be a really, really good game. The Packers versus the Redskins. I know they're Commanders, but they should just be the Redskins. I think the Packers might sit Micah this week, which would be a mistake, I think, because you're playing against a running quarterback, but that's just me. We got the dumpster fire game of the week, and that's the Giants versus Cowboys. That should be a banger for anybody who's don't got shit to do on Sunday at 1:00. Let's see. Best game gonna be the Super Bowl rematch, Eagles versus Chiefs. Excited to see that. I hope the Eagles beat the dog shit out of the Chiefs because fuck the Chiefs, fuck Pat Mahomes and the Mahomes family. And I don't want to hear about Taylor Swift for 2 hours. Bro. I know I'm going to hear about it, and I know I'm going to see her for at least 3 minutes of the broadcast. I don't need that. If I wanted to, I would go to a concert. I don't want any Swifties to attack me, but I don't want to see that shit in football. I'm sorry. I don't care about that. All right. Yeah, because every other game is running. The Bucks and Texans on Monday should be good. We gotta stop with this. We said it last year. I don't know how the fuck the Raiders keep getting on the Monday night schedule, dog. They not good. They not good. And NFL package costs like $400. Sunday ticket costs $400. But for $400, I'm not trying to watch the Raiders on a Monday. That's just not what I'm trying to do, bro. And I ain't hating. I think I speak for everybody except for Raiders fans. But the Raiders fans don't want to watch the Raiders on a Monday. They want to get that shit over with on Sunday so they can pray about it because that's the Lord's Day. And they know they ass. So they need to pray about it. On Monday, you just had a rough day at work. You just want to watch the football, and it's the Raiders. That's just going to make you angry on Tuesday. I don't want to see that. Yeah, that was. I think for next week, that's the best games. Probably Chiefs, the Chiefs and Eagles. I got the Eagles by 14, even though they didn't look as explosive offensively as they could. I think they beat the hell out of the Chiefs. I hope they do. College, the big games probably gonna be. Let me see. Georgia at Tennessee. That's gonna be a big game. Georgia might watch them though. Notre Dame at Texas A&M. I don't know why Notre Dame is still in the top 10, but they are. They ass. Florida, LSU. That'll be a good game. Of course, we're watching Arkansas, Ole Miss. We're going to beat their ass, but y'all tune in just because I'm a fan. Other than that, it really ain't no exciting ass matchups in college either because it's week 3. So everybody's settling into that part of the schedule where either they in the Big Ten and they don't play nobody or they getting ready to just go through where they getting ready to go through hell in the next few weeks. So they getting these easy games out the way. Shit. That's really it. Shout out to Shooter. Shooter was supposed to be on the show tonight, but he went to church. And I can't be upset about that, but I can. Y'all get a Lord a break sometime. Let him work on somebody else. You should have been on this podcast. And that ain't my poster. That's my brothers. You see that one. That's me, and that's my brother. We picked 3 without personality. Don't know why my brother got that dumbass shit because he not from Cali. And he don't even listen to Kendrick like that. So yeah, but it is a nice poster. I ain't gonna. It was a nice poster. But I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Cause I really don't got nothing else to say. I've been talking to I've been talking to myself. That's the same shit Cam said tonight. If anybody has seen Cam, he been on his way to his car for 6 hours now. He told me that shit 6 hours ago. He said, I got you when I get to my car. So he out there in Houston. If anybody got eyes on him, bro, please make sure he all right. He get drunk and pee on himself sometimes. I need for somebody to find him. I'm going to wrap it up, though. Next week, I'm going to have a guest because talking to myself, I can do it, but I feel crazy a little bit, and I don't got nobody to argue with. And if I'm arguing with myself, then where I work at, they'll send me to the 5th floor, and I ain't trying to go there. So, yeah, it's been a short, quick, sweet show. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to have a guest next week. I'm going to end it because I want to go to sleep. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Bricks out to Billy Antonio. For 50 more bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks.